wasn't his country's responsibility to accept every Rohingya or the world's boat people. The city of Auckland in New Zealand is going into lockdown for 7 days from Sunday after the discovery of a new coronavirus case. Public venues will be closed and the city's 2 million residents are being asked to stay at home, including school children. Only essential shops will remain open. The British medical physicist John Mallard, who developed one of the most important diagnostic machines in modern medicine, has died at the age of 94. In the 1970s, Professor Mallard and his team at Aberdeen University in Scotland built the first full-body scanner to inspect internal tissues using magnetic resonance imaging, or MRI. The machines are widely used to detect and treat cancers and a range of other illnesses and injuries. The singer Lady Gaga's 2 French bulldogs have been found safe after they were stolen at gunpoint in Bullwood. Tom Harrigan has the details.
The dogs, Koji and Gustav, were taken on Wednesday when 2 men jumped out of a car and demanded their walker, Ryan Fisher, hand the animals over at gunpoint. He was shot in the chest during the struggle and is recovering in hospital. Lady Gaga had offered a reward of $500,000 for the pet's return, telling her social media followers her heart was sick without them. This morning, police in Los Angeles announced that a woman had located the dogs and had reached out to the singer's staff to give them back. She's not believed to be a suspect, but detectives won't say who she is or where she found Koji and Gustav.
BBC News.
Hello and welcome along to Sports Hour here on the BBC World Service with me, Caroline Barker. Lovely to have you with us. Hope you're all well as we head off on our regular look behind the stories in sport. And here's a little of what you may have missed in the last 7 days, including...
Nelson catches it, he goes in, he puts it on! Nelson has done it! Unbelievable! What a way to win it for Great Britain!
GB make it to the Euro baskets, beating Germany on the buzzer. We'll hear from one of their star players, Teddy Okorafor, who, just by stepping on court, became a history maker. And he's not the only record breaker this week.
It's Grant Holloway in the USA coming away. He'll be watching the clock. Holloway looks over. 7.29. It's a world record. Grant Holloway has eclipsed Colin Jackson as the world record holder in the 60-metre hurdles, and now he can celebrate.
The American breaking the 25-year-old indoor 60-metre hurdles record in Spain. We'll have more live sport for you later with our regular hello to the Premier League. We're at the very top of the table this week. Plus, we've got Sporting Witness to come, together with a remarkable tale of how someone listening to the BBC saved the voice of a very special sportsman. That and plenty more on Sports Hour over the next 60 minutes. But first, throughout February, BBC Sport has been celebrating diversity through LGBT+ History Month. And we're rounding things off here on Sports Hour by asking, how far has sport really come?
Younger people today look at me like, what was the big deal? It was a big deal. It was really hard.
It was inconceivable for me to think that I could be gay.
I was scared that coming out I was going to lose fans, lose sponsors. I thought I really was going to lose it all. I was scared.
Everyone has a responsibility to make the world a better place.
Sport was very good to me. People that are dealing with trans issues, they deserve an opportunity to play sports.
Coming out really helped me become the person that I became free.
I realised I have to support from so many people.
I remember standing on the field as a professional rugby player, being myself for the first time ever, being honest.
I love who I love, and, at the end of the day, love is love.
No life goes perfectly, and it's the people who can adapt to the ups and downs better and be resilient. And that's what sports teach us.
Well, what are the reality of attitudes towards the LGBT+ community in sport as a group and individuals? And how have those attitudes changed over time? Going to talk through the eyes of the world's game, football. With me, Di Cunningham, chair of Proud Canaries LGBT fan group at Norwich City Football Club, Lou Englefield from Football vs Homophobia, and Martin Enderman, a heterosexual ally based in Berlin, founder of the Fußballfans gegen Homophobie movement, which runs across the continent. Di, if I can start with you, In your experience, have you seen a change in football to attitudes?
Football's changed dramatically in the last. So Proud Canaries started in 2013, and that kind of wasn't something that happened on its own, but it was quite novel for football. In the kind of normal world, we'd seen the Equality Act and equal marriage was about to change and come into legislation. So I suppose football has been outside of and behind of things that are changing in normal life. But it's really caught up in the last few years. I think that's partly to do with LGBT plus visibility in football through things like Proud Canaries, through fans being visible, through allies taking more action.
We have an ally with us. In New Martin, you're described as a heterosexual ally based in Berlin, founder of the Football Fans Gegen Homophobia movement, and that's across the continent, isn't it? Do you think it is about you standing up? It's about me standing up. It's about all of us standing up and having allies.
And it's the responsibility of every stakeholder in the game to do change within the game. I think fans were often used a bit as an excuse not to get involved. The clubs didn't get involved, the players didn't get involved, the other stakeholders didn't get involved because it was always said, yeah, but no one can come out. It's no place for LGBT plus in football because the fans are so horrible and they will make the life really bad for any player who would come out, for everyone who goes to a stadium openly gay. And I think the ally movement or fans within our movement speaking out against homophobia is also a bit of a sign that yes, fans can be a problem, but they can also be part of the solution.
And Lou, you were involved with the